Yeah, sorry, went down. So there's this verification that you can use to integrate on WhatsApp, and you just get a notification on WhatsApp, and you can as well use it to verify. So that is that. So now let me go back to the controllers. Now let me go to the next. Let me just go to the what's wrong? Sorry. So this is the, let me just go to the flow. Yeah, implementation flow. Yeah, so from beginning I have this app.js, which is the entry point of all. Yeah, which is the entry point for every application for Node application per se. Yeah, so I made a few configuration which I imported this few stuff, few packages and so on. Then I initialize the express, initialize the ports, I initialized the Node environment. So yeah, this Node environment, I made a little configuration to, in case you want to be on production or you want to go on development. So it's either you are running on production or development. Yeah, so I just had to quickly add that feature. So that is just to help you to kind of what's it called, for debugging. Yeah, so when you switch to development, you debug. It helps you to debug where the error is, points you to where the issues. We're going to try all that out. Yeah, so I connected to the DB here. Then the middleware, I apply some middleware. Yeah, so this, then also the various routes which is there. Also, this is also a route which is just, I created a health route just to check what's going on here in my application, and this is an error handler. Implemented it, initialize it as well. So, and that's so. So this is just this block of code here. This little 3-block line of code is just to know if the status of my application, yeah, maybe it has connected or not, yeah. So and so on. Then undo rejections. This is just, then I export. So I made a few configuration on env, on my package.json. So yeah, this is it. So I can initialize it and call this dev to start making use of, to run my application. You understand? So that I pointed it to app.js. Some use server.js, some name it what they like, but in this case I just had to make use of app.js. So next is this is my route, and let's go through the registration and what's it called, and login route. So this is it here, which is this. Then let's go to this out. Yeah, so this is my out route now, which is handling, which is holding both the registration, login, and verify OTP. Yeah, so which I have done, which is now connected to my controller. But before then, if you notice, there's a validations. There are validations here. So I implemented the validations as well. So this is validation for them, the verification, the validation for registration, OTP, and login. If you can go further and check the schema. Registration for schema to check the checker. Yeah, it's just like to check the control, like you asked the other time, what is validator. This is just a validation. This is the bright example of that. is just to check the flow of data, the type of data that can send, that user are sending in and out and pulling out. So that is just it. So I made a validation for the login, for the registration, and for the OTP, yeah, which is just helps to check the type of data that's been submitted. So furthermore, so that is just that about the authentication validation. So I applied the validation JS. So then I call these methods on the what's called on auth controller. Auth controller holds these three methods initially. So let's go to the registration. So in a nutshell, it's just about, this is the data that's coming in defaultly assigned user, yeah, and check a duplicate, which is just to verify is this user exists or not, the user or phone number exists. So it checks for both, yeah. So that's the to check if the user already exists or that username or phone number has already been used. Then furthermore, I check the row, if the row fall in between this, yeah, so it's restricted to you are either user or admin. Then furthermore, then I hash my password, then I create into DB. So this is, I call this model, then do a create, call this create function from Mongoose to create this data, yeah. So then further, next I went ahead to send OTP. So just passing the user details and user object and channel, yeah. Then that's successful, no error. Then it returns a success message which says OTP sent to your phone, yeah. So and then was wrapped inside try catch, yeah, and then it throws error in case there's an error so far in the listing. So this is the login method. So same pattern, same flow, passing the data in flow that's coming in, then check if the username exists, is there. If it does not there, return an error, throw an error, unauthorized error, which is invalid credentials. Then check the validity of the password by using bytecrypt to compare. Then if it does not match with what we have in the database, invalidate credentials. Then if it matches, if it's true, that means the username exists and the password also matches, then send an OTP for validation to login, yeah. So next we return a message saying OTP sent for verification, yeah. So then and so on for, so now this verification part now, yeah, so this is not needed anymore. So I sent in two parameters as